Now to Teesside and the lovely village of Norton, where this charming two-bedroom cottage was bought at auction for £77,000 by Kath and Ken, who live next door. The couple planned to spend 6 months totally refurbishing the cottage for the rental market, but agreeing on a budget was proving difficult.
We haven't really thought about budget, have we? I don't know. Have you? No, Kath has. Dear me, I hadn't thought about budget, but Kath has. So go on and Kath, what's the budget?
I would say, hopefully, no more than about £5,000.
Right. For kitchen and bathroom?
I think she's a bit, you know...
Ambitious?
Yeah, a bit much. So,
all right,
yeah.
10. Yeah.
Right.
I've told you that.
All right, did you? Sorry. It depends on what we've got to do with the kitchen.
No, you have your squabbles, that's fine, no one's looking.
It depends on what we've got to do with the kitchen, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Kath and Ken could agree on the need to sort out the shared access issues. They also wanted to reclaim some of the garden for their own property. 10 months after our first visit, we're back. And the good news is, well, they're still talking to each other.
A compromise would surely help the situation. Agree to disagree, but disagree to part. When after all, it's just a compromise of the things we do for love. The things we do for love. Like walking in the rain and the snow when there's nowhere to go. When you're feeling like a part of you is dying and you're looking for the answer in her eyes. You think you're gonna break up, then she says she wants to make up.
Congratulations to them. The cottage is looking fabulous. So has it all come together smoothly and without too many squabbles?
It was really damp, dark. We didn't realise to the extent of the damp. Therefore needed a complete new damp-proof course. Replaced all the glass. The window frames were solid, but we replaced the glass. Complete new central heating system, and also had to have the walls all lined for insulation.
Insulated plasterboard.
Insulated plasterboard, and that all came through when we got the planning permission eventually from...
After we'd spent 2 weks, you know, taking all the wallpaper off, then we decided just to cover all the walls anyway with insulated plasterboard, but never mind. You know,
no, we didn't. The council, that was... Oh, see, we're arguing now. That was an instruction from the council. We wouldn't have spent all that money on that plasterboard. We would have just had the walls skimmed, wouldn't we?
No, they needed insulated.
I know, but that was on instruction from... We didn't just decide to do that, did we?
It's on camera, this, Kath.
Actually, sorry.
Despite the extra work and the bickering, the transformation here is top-notch, especially in the kitchen.
This is the kitchen. When we bought the house, the roof was collapsing, so we had to put a new roof on, raised it up a little bit, put a window in for some light, put some French doors in to make it a nice outlook into the patio, made some nice new kitchen furniture and put some nice stone tiles down just to, you know, to hopefully make it a nice kitchen.
Ken have also managed to increase the size of their own garden, which their dog, Mac, is clearly delighted about. And the cottage still retains a decent outside space.
So, well, the reason we bought the property in the first place was so we could get the garden back and sort the shared access out. But what we've done here is we've made a lovely little private area, lovely little sun trap, still kept some of the greenery, and it's just really nice and private.
Applying for planning permission to alter the kitchen roof took longer than expected. So, what with the damp-proofing, insulation and installing a new central heating system, this has been a bigger job than anticipated. What effect has that had on their budget? Now, was it 10 or was it 5,000?
We spent about 20,000, which, before we started, we thought... Yeah, it's going to be, you know, by the time we added things up, that's what we thought.
And we finished it to quite a high spec as well, because that was important to us to do that. But I think that's fair, the amount. We've come in just about £20,000.
A renovation spend of £20,000 added to their purchase price of £77,000 brings Kath and Ken's total outlay here to £97,000. We asked 2 local estate agents for their thoughts on the refurbished property. First up, the estate agent who saw the cottage before work began.
Now it is absolutely superb. The finish is excellent throughout. Re-skimmed, redecorated, good carpets. I like the kitchen and the bathroom. And of course this little courtyard at the back here with its stone paving and its flower border is lovely.
I think the property's been to an exceptional standard. The deep skirting boards, the original doors, the kitchen all make this a very sellable or rentable property.
Kath and Ken plan to hold on to this one and let it. But if they were to sell, what might the cottage fetch on the resale market?
If I were placing the property on the market today, I'd put the property on the market between £150,000 and £160,000.
I would suggest an asking price of around £160,000.
Those resale valuations would give the couple a profit before tax and expenses of between £53,000 and £63,000. Not to be sniffed at. What about rental valuations?
Property of this quality would be very popular indeed, and I would expect to achieve a rent of around £550 per calendar month.
Because the property's been done to such an exceptional standard, I would rent this property out at £575 per calendar month.
Those rental valuations would give them a yield of around 7%, which is pretty healthy. But more importantly for them, they've sorted out the access issues for their own home and can now have control over who rents the cottage. So, what with all the bickering and squabbling, call it what you will they be doing this again?
No thanks. We want to stay together, don't we?
We do, yeah. Yeah.